Greetings once again to all my fellow car enthusiasts, Mustang enthusiasts, Saleen owners, friends, watch people, sports people. Saleen driver once again, coming to you with another video in my little video series of why did you do what you did to your 2000 S281 Saleen Mustang, serial number 00-282. Yes, it's authentic, and yes, I can prove it. I've already done, I've done the seats, and I've done the tires, and I've done the engine. Today, I'm going to do brakes. Those little silver things right there and there. So I've taken the liberty of putting the car up on jack stands, as you can see down here. I have my handy dandy aluminum floor jack, and you can see it's sitting quite securely on a pair of 3-ton capable jack stands. So I think we're fairly safe to move around the car. Filthy car that it is. I'm sorry it's so dirty, but we have gotten a shot of warm weather down here in Paradise, aka Florida, and the trees have decided to turn on their pollen machines, so everything has got a nice little fine coating of pollen. And of course, this is a driven car, so it does have pollen on it. Anyway, brakes. Well, the stock brakes on a GT Mustang, which this car is based on, are 11-inch calipers in the front and 10.5-inch calipers in the back. You have a single piston caliper in the back and single piston caliper in the front on a stock GT. The brakes on a stock GT are, I would describe as adequate. They're not bad, they're not great, but for 21-year-old technology, they were good for the time. I mean, nowadays you have 6-piston caliper brakes on 4-door sedans, so, we've come a long way in 20-odd years. But, I wanted to do something better on the brakes, so here is what I did to my car. Now, is it the hottest setup available for this car? Of course not. Is it going to bring the car down from 150 miles an hour to zero inside of 20 feet? No, of course not. Those kind of braking systems, can be $4,000 for all four corners. And I would love to put one of those on there. So if one of you guys wants to, thinks my car is under braked, wants to give me $4,000 to convert this thing to 6-piston calipers in the front and 4 in the back with 14-inch rotors all around, God bless you. Email me and I'll give you my PayPal address and you can deposit the money there. And then I'll take care of it. But meanwhile, this car, street-driven car, does not see the track anymore, either drag race or road course. So it's not a track car, it's a street-driven car, and these brakes do very, very well on the street. Now, what have I done? Well, I've changed all the brakes. I've done both ends. I've done the front end, and I've done the rear end. Now, up front, I've been running a brake from a company called Bear, B-A-E-R, Bear. They have a lineup called the Errata Speed. Basically, these are bolt-on rotors. They bolt on in place of your existing and reuse your stock calipers. It's a very economical way of getting good brakes, bigger brakes on a street-driven car, without breaking the bank. I mean, they're not cheap rotors. You don't find these down at the AutoZone for $45 a rotor. But then again, they don't break the bank either. And I am not just me. I also am a father, and I have other obligations besides my car. So what I did was I put on their front kit, which is basically the Errataspeed 13-inch rotor. As you can see, it is cross-drilled and slotted. Now, the purpose of slotting and cross-drilling is to vent the gas and dust that are generated by the brake application. So, and it also does dissipate heat, especially the cross drilling. So, it does help with keeping the brakes from heating up and from off-gassing. It definitely helps with brake performance. Now, cross drilling, of course, is very controversial out in the world. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get some interesting replies in the comments section about, oh, cross drill rotors crack and cross drill rotors do this and that. Well, you know what? You can get up to some of these holes and look at them, and these are used rotors. These are not brand new rotors. These are rotors that have mileage on them, as you can see, and ain't no cracks, guys. Now this is the second set of Errataspeed rotors I've had on this car. The first lasted a good long while. The second one has been on there for several years now, and I have never had one crack on these rotors. So, I don't know. Y'all can say what you want, but my empirical experience is I have no problems with these rotors. Now, I have also, separately from the Errataspeed kit, I upgraded the brake caliper. I checked with Bear to make sure this would work, and obviously it is working because this combination has been on the car for quite a while. And I changed from the single piston GT caliper to the twin piston caliper. Now, this is a motorsports version of this caliper. This is basically the same caliper that appears on the Cobra Mustang and the Bullet Mustang. Now, some of you might recognize that decal is right off of a Bullet Mustang. So, that's what they put on the caliper. Now, I had my calipers powder coated Gator orange because I'm a Gator, and this is a Gator blue car. So you can see it's a much bigger caliper. It's a twin piston caliper instead of single piston. It has excellent venting on the top. And I did also upgrade, as you can see, to DOT legal. This is important, my friends. DOT legal stainless steel brake lines, flex lines, braided. This helps prevent line rot and blowout. So much better performing caliper and brake line on this car. I've done everything I can to maximize my ability to brake this car. Now, moving to the back, we also have, pardon me, I'm old. We also have Errataspeed rotors. These are also 13-inch rotors. Now, remember, this is a big upgrade from the 10.5-inch rotor that came with the car. The kit includes the rotor, which is, as you can see, cross-drilled and slotted. But it also includes, I don't know if I can show it very well back here, but I'll try. It includes a special bracket. Maybe you can see it back there. A special bracket for the caliper to utilize the stock caliper and move it backwards so that it can be bolted up to the wheel. And it also allows you to retain, if you can, the stock parking brake cable. Good luck with that. That was a really hard installation. But I have the stock caliper. It's been powder coated Gator orange, just like the front. I also have the braided stainless steel flex lines, both sides, of course. And this combination does very well. I've had this car out on road courses before. I've had it out at Road Atlanta. I've had it out at Barber Motorsports in Alabama. I've had it on the Dragon many times. I don't have problems with fade. I don't have problems with overheating. The brakes hold up very well, and they perform beautifully to slow this big car down. And this is, despite the size of a standard Mustang, these cars are not light cars. They are 3,600-pound cars. Oh, by the way, the pads I'm using are Hawk pads. They are a carbon pad, and I've been using those for as long as I've had these kind of brakes on the car, and they hold up very well. They don't dust up a lot, and they perform beautifully. So I stick with the Hawk pads that fit these calipers. Now, am I satisfied with the brakes? Yes, I am satisfied with the brakes. Would I like to do bigger brakes? Would I like to say put a 4-piston caliper up front and a twin piston caliper in the back? Absolutely. I believe Bayer sells those kits, and I'm going to look into it when it comes time to do the brakes. It's not time right now, so this is not on my to-do list. But, I could definitely see upgrading the brakes in the near future when it comes time. And of course, I already have the 18-inch wheels that would fit bigger rotors. Oh, and there's my Sonata over there, my daily driver. Hello, Sonata. I just put new tires on her, put Michelin's on her. So the only reason I went with Michelin's on the Sonata is because it has a 16-inch rim. Nitto doesn't make a 16-inch tire that will fit on that car, and I'm not changing rims on a Hyundai Sonata. That's silly. So there you have it. That's the brakes on my car. Why did I do Bayer? Because Bayer has a better reputation for streetable brakes than the other guys. Other guys like Willwood and SSI and a couple of others. They make great brakes. They make great brake kits. They're not terribly streetable, according to the feedback I get from the forums. You guys may have different opinions, but on the Mustang forums, I read a lot of people complaining that particularly the Willwood brake kits stop these cars on a dime, just like the Bears did, but they don't have a great pedal feel, and they're not particularly streetable brake kit. But that's why I went with Bayer, and I'm very happy with them. So that's it, basically. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it to be informative. I hope that you will give me that thumbs up that I always seek. It does help with the YouTube algorithms, the search algorithms. The more thumbs up a video gets, the more likely it is to appear in a search. And that helps bring people to the channel, and I'm all about that. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you're going to leave links in my comment section that take people to bad places on the web, I will delete the comment. I will block the commenter. Likewise, if you're going to be an evil little troll, which I have plenty of on this channel, particularly when it comes to this car, I don't know why this car generates such anger and hate and vitriol, but it does. I mean, even more than the watches, and even more than my fandom as a Florida Gator, this car generates ridiculous amounts of vitriol. Be that as it may, if you are going to be one of those nasty little cusses, I am just going to block the comment, and I'm going to block you. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found the place. I have lots of videos on here. I think I'm over 400 at this point, covering multiple subjects, including this car. I hope you will stick around, watch all the videos you want. All I ask is that before you leave, click that subscribe button for me. Help me grow this channel. And when you do, click the bell icon so that when I post new content, you will be alerted. And when I do live streams, which I do every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or whenever time and opportunity present themselves, you'll be alerted to those live streams as well. Meanwhile, I bid you well. Please stay safe, stay well, stay healthy. Be careful out there. I'll see you in my next video.